All right. So this next one, this isn't a good news portion. It's not necessarily a bad news portion. It's just weird. I don't know what to think about it. All right.
Hmm.
So there's a product called Roxy Manufacturing that makes a Roxy. And
A
I was
Roxy.
talking to my mother earlier today. So when did we start the show? Around 7:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. I was talking to her
7.
around 2, and I'm starting to, compile ideas for the show, and I'm thinking about my life and thinking about, stuff that I found online. And I was like, I've got some ideas about Soylent. I've got some ideas about our new email and some catchphrases and some things like that. And I know that Obi has some good news, but I have this other segment about a Roxy. It's this product called the Roxy.
The Roxy.
Uh-huh. Or a Roxy, or just Roxy.
Okay.
Okay.
Not affiliated with the surfing girls clothing company.
No affiliation with the Surfing Girls Company, and I also think there's a knockoff of the oxycodone drug,
Yes, I have heard that used.
and it's none of that.
Okay.
My mother is, I didn't think she was like so street smart. All right, so I mean she's like in her 60s.
Right.
Okay, I mean she's lived in a different time of different technologies, and she's like, what's the Roxy part?
Just so you guys know, I have no idea what Lando's talking about.
Okay,
He hasn't
no, I
told
haven't
me.
told you that.
I don't know.
I haven't told you that.
So-
And she's like, all right, well take a guess what it is. What is Roxy?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I think it's the. I mean, there's a band, Roxy Music.
All right, so that's where
There's
your mind goes.
The first
right away.
time I heard Roxy, I was like, oh,
Roxy Music.
that girls'
I-
clothing company. The girls have the little
Surf
hearts
shop.
on the back
Yeah,
of their
yeah, yeah.
cars, and they're usually you always immediately think.
Here's
She
the
must-
first
yeah.
place my mom like, and she's a sweet woman, and she's very, kind of like modest, whatever. She's not like a street lady.
Right. No.
You know what I mean? Like she's like a warm, classy lady.
Yeah.
She's a lady.
It's very much so.
Very much so. And so I asked her, but then I realized she's so intuitive and like hip to the scene. It's not even funny. At her age, I was like, "Mom, like, no, take a guess. What do you think Roxy is?" She's like, "I don't know." And then she starts like sort of articulating her um, like cognitive process. So she's like, Roxy, I guess that's Foxy. You kind of spend a lot of time on the internet, son. And you come up with ridiculous stuff for the show. I'm going to say that's a sex doll.
What?
That was her first guess, bro.
Is that what it is?
It's just about. It's not even a sex doll. It's a sex robot. But she was
No.
so close. Can you believe that? Like,
That's
first
pretty
try.
impressive.
First try.
That's like Sherlock Holmes.
It's Sherlock
status.
Holmes, but it's scary.
So wait. Roxy is a sex doll?
Okay.
A sex
all right.
robot.
I want to tell
I'm
you
sorry.
about Roxy Manufacturing. This is the second company that we featured out of California today. This one's out of San Diego. And then
classy.
Roxy Manufacturing has released the Roxy. Well, it's just a product called Roxy, and it is an interactive sex robot. So it's beyond a sex toy in that. I'm just gonna run down the features, okay? And you can
All
ask me
right.
questions whenever you want.
I have lots already.
Okay, all right. Roxy shows up as a full body unit, and it's not like a blow up doll. It's like a full body, sort of like synthetic thing,
Like a mannequin?
like a mannequin that's soft.
So it is. That was one of my questions. How does this thing feel to the like? Is it supposed to feel lifelike? Is it
Oh,
like
it's totally
latex
life.
and
It's latex. It's latex and rubber and things like that.
what's the skeleton made out like metal, like a
Yes.
robot?
Yes. And here's what is kind of difficult about Roxy. She has movable limbs, okay? Like her elbows and stuff can kind of shift around, and so can her hands,
Oh,
okay? Right?
okay. What
Makes her
about?
about 60 pounds. So when this thing comes in the mail, Roxy has to get like put together.
Oh, you have to assemble it yourself.
Kinda.
Does the mouth work?
Yes. And the
This is
mouth comes with different tongues.
what?
No, for real. And now here's the
I
thing.
want to see how it moves
I'll
though. Is
show
it
you
all
Roxy.
jerky and
No, no,
like?
no. But like the limbs don't move yet. The technology hasn't advanced to that level. Basically, you
Okay.
contact this company. You say, I want a Roxy with this color hair, this color eyes. I want her to look like Cameron Diaz. I want her to have these sort of features. I want her to be like to look like she is 105 pounds, 23 years old, or 27 years old and pregnant. You can get whatever you want.
No way.
Okay. And they have like movable mouths, and let's just say like every orifice is functional.
Right.
Okay. Now, here's what's even crazier about Roxy. Roxy comes with a program, like Roxy can talk,
Uh-huh.
and she can talk in the way that you want her to talk. Meaning, you can say you can get her to be. You can have like a very sort of like docile Roxy. You can have a submissive one. You can have one that's dominating and then submissive at the end of the night. You can have it however you want it. You can have
Wow.
one that's really creative with like words and poetry, or one that's really good at math. You can have a left brain, right brain type of thing.
What?
Okay, and then it's sort of like what's it called, Pandora, where like it knows what music you like, and then
Right.
it modifies itself accordingly over time.
Right, right,
So it's like if
yes.
you like this, then you must like this.
Right. Sometimes Pandora, what if you're not, all right. I mean, it's all customizable, so. Sometimes Pandora will play something I'm not in the mood for, and I'll be like, why did you play that?
Hey,
But you thumbs down
hey,
it,
hey,
and then it learns, right?
Roxy's a lady just the same. She's gonna do some stuff that you don't like all the time, bro.
Ah,
Yeah,
the realism.
yeah, the
It's
realism.
killing me. All right.
Okay, so
Very
now
interesting.
it gets even weirder. You can take your Roxy account. So you have like Roxy 3, or like Roxy for Lando. I've got my Lando number 3 Roxy.
Okay.
I know that there's another dude in Sacramento with
Mm-hmm.
his own Roxy, and I want to see what his is all about. Like I want to do a little wife swapping. I can send him my program, and I can get a new wig on my girl. Like if his girl is like my girl looks like Cameron Diaz, his looks like Jessica Alba.
Uh-huh.
He can send me, instead of sending the whole 60-pound item,
Uh-huh.
he can just send me like the wig and the face, and the program,
Oh,
and
I
his
see.
and his file for his girl, and I can exchange vice versa.
Okay, so this, now I don't know if anybody else's mind just went here, but this is what I started thinking
Okay.
just now.
Okay.
What if you were like a computer genius and you were like, "Yeah, I'll swap with you." But what he does is modifies his personality to be like the worst like criminal mind ever, and then you get this chip and put it into your doll and it starts smacking you. It's like putting hot knives on you. It's
No, it can't. It can't move with hands.
oh
It
well,
can only psychologically, like you move it.
what about, could it like bite your thing off?
I don't know.
But think
I don't
about
know
that.
if that is a
what
no.
what
No,
if he programmed it to short circuit while you were like doing it?
we could
Or-
even go with like a scopolamine. We were talking about scopolamine last episode. Maybe we're gonna redo that episode. We haven't decided.
Oh, right,
But
yeah.
what if it could have that sort of scopolamine effect where it was like, I love you. Give me your credit card information.
Yeah, right.
Like,
you never
it
know.
could- or it just no. It tells the creep up the street like, Dude passed out.
Yeah, he's out.
It's go time.
He's out. Come in here.
Right. Like
So
my vagina camera has indicated that he is no longer conscious. So, all right. Here's what makes me think there's this companionship element to it. Because you don't just, like, I go to a sex store or something, I'm not getting companionship from the Jenna Jameson fake butt that's, like, signed by her. Okay? If
Yeah.
I want the real deal, like, I'm getting a high-end product. Roxy is a high-end product. What do you think Roxy costs? To get yourself a Roxy.
$20,000.
It's probably going to get there soon, and I almost wish it was $20,000 right now. If you have 10 G's, you
10
got yourself a
Gs.
Roxy delivered to your door. You got to figure out how to get that 60 pounds up the stairs to your bedroom.
That's not too bad. I mean, it's
No, and that's the problem.
cheaper and lighter than having a
it
girlfriend.
It makes more sense to have it be a lot more money. Because think about it, like, if you get one of these things, it's not leaving your bed. You can't just move it all around your house like a normal doll. This
Right,
thing's
because
expensive.
it can't walk,
it's
right?
heavy.
It doesn't walk.
It doesn't walk. So you have to just either just lay it down in your bed or your chair or whatever weird position you want it in, and it just kind of stays that way, other than some modification, okay, for the most part. If something is staying in your home, essentially permanently, you're never going to see a real woman ever again. Okay? So if you're going to make that deal, it's like either you're all in or you're not.
Yeah.
Okay? So if you're going to be all in, that thing better cost more than 10 G's. If I'm going to be
Yeah.
all in and never see get a real woman again for the rest of my life, dude, I'm paying 50 G's and I want that thing to be the exact temperature I want. I want it to gyrate the exact way I want, and
Well,
I want it cooking me like eggs Benedict every morning.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't, no. Yeah, I agree with you.
And that's going to cost me more than 10 G's.
I wouldn't buy one of these things just for the fact that it can't move.
Right.
Like, that's just weird to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. The whole thing is weird to me. I probably wouldn't get one anyways. Maybe.
Probably.
I don't know. I'm intrigued to at least see what it's like. I don't want to buy one, but I want to see one and touch one. I'm not saying I want to have sex
You want
with
to
one.
reach out and touch it.
I'm interested.
I am too. I mean, no, it's a
I'm just-
fascinating issue.
Yeah, I'm fascinated. That's a good word for it.
I feel like if you're gonna cross that line in life, to where you're gonna commit to like a piece of machinery
Yeah.
that like is attempting seemingly knows you, talks the way you want
I would have to be fooled. I would have
Dude,
to. It would have to be so
this
convincing
thing
that I
would
would be
have
able
to be way worth. It'd have to be way beyond 10 grand. This thing would have to be the biggest Bill Gates breakthrough of technology of all time.
I think one day it will get there.
Oh,
but
of course it's going to. But right now it's just weak.
yeah.
Roxy is the best we got, and that's only 10 G's of garbage. And people are buying that thing.
Well, I guess it's better than a blow-up doll.
I suppose. No, it's not. No, here's my point. It's not better than a blow-up doll because, like, you can get a blow-up doll and just, like, when you're tired of it after, like, 30 minutes, you can just, like, get rid of it, pop it, throw it in the garage, like, throw it away, whatever. Roxy, you've invested 10 G's. You got to keep that thing. You got to, like, commit to it.
Well, how does this? Do you have to charge it every night? Will you plug it into the wall?
I don't know.
Is it powered on jizz?
Maybe. I don't know. That's a good question.
It must have to plug in or charge like a computer or something.
Oh, God.
It has to have some kind
No,
of
it must because
power
it has
source.
computer parts.
Yeah. They don't have a self-sustaining computer yet, or
No.
you put it in the sunlight or something. And
No. And these things don't see the sun.
No, of course not. They were kept in dungeons of
They're
weird,
kept in dungeons.
of weird nerds who don't do anything but play
Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes, or World of Warcraft, and like, oh, it's time for me to go
Oh God.
sleep with my sex slave in my dungeon, and dress up like weird things, and I don't know. Anyways,
Well, I'd like to take.
sorry, I have friends that play that game. And
Oh, so do
they're
I.
not all like that.
No, no. Honestly, so do I. And actually, you know who plays that game?
Who?
Who's like hardcore Dungeons and Dragons? Who is a celebrity?
Let me guess. Hold on.
Okay.
James Franco.
No, that would make sense though.
I think he did that in Freaks and Geeks or something. That's why I said that. Anyways, who is it?
Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel.
Yeah, Vin Diesel was a big time Dungeons and Dragons fan, and he like went on Conan and talked all about it, and he's like giving interviews about it.
Yeah. No, I have some very good friends of mine that used to play it, and so that was I was just trying to be funny.
I think it's super lame, and I can't relate to it, but I can understand how people can really like it. For example, I really like to play golf.
Oh,
I can't understand how people like bowling.
I love bowling.
I don't like bowling.
I
I know a lot of people who really hate golf.
I don't like golf very
There
much.
you go. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah.
I think to each their
I don't
own.
hate
but
it, but
at a certain point, you got to draw the line between Dungeons and Dragons and
Dungeons
like,
and
sex.
Roxy's.
Dungeons and Roxy's. You know.
Oh man, I could just see somebody getting lost in that world, just doing nothing else but sleeping with this robot
Well, yeah. I mean,
and
like,
playing dress up with it, and having tea party.
oh, totally. And plus, you don't have to go on dates. You don't have to buy food.
This could be bad for a lot of people.
It could be. It's very bad for a lot of people. I think. I can't see how it's good for many people.
I think most of the people that would want.
First of all, it'd be good for me. Because I would just bang that thing out and then throw in the trash.
See, but the thing is about this is it's 10 grand. Most people
That's the problem.
that would want this thing probably couldn't afford it, and that's why they don't have girlfriends, because they can't.
It's like
afford
the
to take 'em
only.
out on dates.
Yeah, exactly. It's like. Wait, are you saying it's because it's the only thing they can afford?
Well, I'm saying that no, they don't have enough money to be
Oh,
appealing
yeah,
to. I mean, some people are
dude.
less fortunate in their look department, and they have to rely on having money to get
Yeah,
chicks.
I'm
If they
saying
don't have that, they can't even buy this thing because they don't have the money in the first place. I mean, I
I'm
hate
saying
to
that
say it,
by
but
the time you don't even buy the thing until you're like 40. By then, if you've had your heart set on it for the last like 10 years,
putting away for your sex doll
you
fund.
got just enough money.
You spend all your savings for 5 years on this doll,
What do you think I spend my savings
and
on?
then
Live women. That's it. Period.
but then a nicer one comes out after you've been saving up for so long,
It's sad.
and you spend 10 grand, and then the new model comes out, and it's way better.
Way better. Like Moxie. Molly. Oh God, I gotta take a breath after this.
We need to find somebody who's bought one of these, break into
Oh.
their house, and steal it and do things with it and see what happens.
I know.
I'm just curious.
I am too.
I feel dirty.
Oh, all right. Listen, can I retroactively? I want anyone who's listening that has direct contact with me or my family to go and tell my parents to not listen to the things that we've talked about for the last 20 minutes. That's the only thing that I can figure out would perhaps save me, because I can't say, hey, mom and dad, go rewind and pretend that you didn't hear what you just last heard. I have to preemptively stop this.
My parents,
Oh, God.
my family's not allowed to listen to
Oh,
this.
jeez.
To the show.
Oh, no.
Anyway, that's it for this episode. This week's music plug is a band called Gleamer from Loveland, Colorado. Awesome, awesome music. Name of the album is Holy Land, USA. Name of the song is Track and Field. And check these guys out on Bandcamp. You can name your price. Show them some love. And please enjoy.
side.